Greetings, greetings, greetings. It's your girl, Divine Soul Sister, Ashaki Ali, coming in with another video. I thank you so much. First of all, if you subscribe to this channel, and if you have not, please take time to subscribe. I am a spiritual guide and intuitive, a tarot and oracle reader, a Reiki master, and many other different things. And I assist individuals along their spiritual journey to find the clarity that they are seeking, the peace, the joy, the love, and everything that they would like to experience in this particular lifetime. So, and I do that through divination and healing practices, and by teaching. So, thank you so much if you landed on this channel. Hello, hello, hello. Again, I'm Ashaki. Thank you for being here. And in this video, I want to share a personal bit of information about myself for those of you that are new in your spiritual journey, as a way of encouraging you to continue. So a little bit about myself. I was raised Christian, and I'm actually the daughter of a pastor, even though my father has passed away. The lineage on my maternal grandfather's side is filled with different pastors and evangelists and all these church folk, titled people. On my maternal grandmother's side, same thing. A lot of pastors, a lot of evangelists, a lot of spiritual people. But also on that side of my family, and probably different lineages as well, there existed or exist people that they walk off the beaten path. However, the vast majority of the family is Christian. When I determined and discovered that my divine destiny was meant to be in line with the practices in which I practice at this particular time in my life and more, the occult, the metaphysical, the African traditional religions, and so on and so forth, I was met with a lot of resistance, a lot of disapproval. I have family members that will not even have a conversation with me at this point in my life. That's fine. I have some that have pretty much shunned me, maybe disowned me. But then I have others that say, hey, if that's what's bringing you peace, then, continue. You're not hurting anybody. However, what I've decided and determined is, I can't allow their disapproval or disagreement to affect my walk towards my own destiny. Some of you that have been on this channel, I've shared how I dream and I receive messages through through the clairs, one of them being clairaudience. My father's been deceased since 1995, actually March 4th, 1995. And he often will come and visit me in my dreams. My father was a reserved man, a pretty quiet man, didn't do a lot of talking unless he just was in that move or groove. However, when he comes to me in dreams, he sometimes speaks and sometimes he doesn't. But for a long time, I was very conflicted about whether or not my pursuing this occult path, the path of practicing magic, the path of being an herbalist, and doing all the things that I'm doing and involved in and speaking directly to spirit and all those things, and allowing, spirit guides and things to utilize me as a channel. I was very conflicted because of my familiar ties, whether or not my ancestors and those that's connected to me that were hard-body Christian, whether they were going to be, were they in approval of the lifestyle that I lead. And I came to the conclusion, and they have confirmed, of course, and because this is a way of breaking generational curses off of my own family by returning to what was originally our path, Sankofa, to go back and to fetch that which was lost or taken. It takes a level of courageousness and bravery to be able to lead a life authentically pursuing the destiny in which you have been assigned. It takes a level of courageousness to do and deviate from the norm. I don't knock anyone for what they believe, and I do not encourage or discourage people from doing what they feel is true to them. However, I'm often met with people trying to force their belief systems upon me, and I even had a in-depth conversation that almost turned into an argument with someone that labels herself as a Christian, but does not even know the text in which she claims to hold so dear, which is the Bible. I was raised with the Bible. I know the Bible. I posed a few questions, and she was very upset, but she could not disprove what I asked her. In the Bible, it said, ye are gods. If you are a child of God, it also says you're a child of God. So if you're a child of God, or you're not a god or goddess? It was just those types of questions. Anyway, the areas in which I have resided are very Christianized as well. And I've lost a lot of friends because of my lifestyle. But again, the level of love that I have and peace that I have within my own being, now that I am doing what is natural and true to me, far outweighs any discomfort that I feel from people not wanting to converse with me or be in my life or whatever, what have you. I will never return back. Now, will I go to a church? Absolutely. I was asked to go to a church to speak. They knew I wasn't a Christian, and they were accepting of that. Matter of fact, I've been asked to speak at 2 churches, and I actually did go and provide that lecture that I spoke on. And then, those topics, I did go and provide those messages that were requested of me. I've been to church, unfortunately, to bury or attend funerals of close family members. I've been there for weddings. So I'm not church averse or anything in that regard. That's just not my lifestyle. It's not my path. It just is not in line with what I'm doing. But I said all of that and shared all of that to say this. Incline towards the things that come natural to you. Those questions that linger. As a young girl, I remember receiving a spanking, a beating for asking and questioning things that I was being taught in Sunday school. Even then, I knew certain things and could see things that were not apparent to others. My grandmother's friend, my great-grandmother's friend, matter of fact, I remember being probably like 6 or 7 years old. And she told me, she said, you will always know things before others, and you will see things that others don't see. But you must remain true to that which comes to you. But be mindful of who you share that information with, because they're not going to be receptive to it. At the time that she told me that, really didn't make a lot of sense until I got older. And the dreams became more frequent and more vivid. I began to shut off those voices, ignore them, play loud music, just to quell it. And then it got to a point I knew I wasn't living my life authentically, and I was suffering because of it. I was very depressed, very anxious, very disconnected from my own being. It took me to go through what I call a pruning, a removal of those things that were comfortable and being placed into an area where no one really knew me, to really get back in touch with who I really was. The journey of our soul and life is a continual process. And as I've gone along even just over the past 5 years, when I look back and reflect, it's like, wow, a lot of my life has changed. I have changed, and hopefully for the better. Definitely feel it in my spirit and feel it in my soul that these things that I'm pursuing so hard and the life that I lead at this point, and the things that I'm interested in and all the connections I made, wonderful connections to some great people, are all a part of my destiny. And as long as I continue to be true and authentic to myself, then all things will be well. And the same goes for you. Some of you know that you are not being true to yourself. You know that the life you are leading is not been designed by you. And that's why you have no peace. You have no joy. Some of you are leading the lives that your parents told you you're supposed to lead. They created this blueprint and they said this is what you need to be doing, but you are miserable. Others of you are trying to live these lives that are portrayed on social media because you think that's what it's about. And then some of you are just out there kind of floating along, going from idea to ideal, philosophy to philosophy, mindset to mindset, with no clear direction, no clarity. Your water is muddy. There's no clear path. You have no direction. You like an arrow shot by a blind man. Absolutely no direction at all. And I would say this. You need to start peeling back those layers and get in touch with you. Really analyze yourself. What brings you joy? What are you missing? Begin to meditate. Begin to listen. The universe and the divine is always speaking, but a lot of you are so disconnected from it, you can't hear. These little gadgets are wonderful tools, but they are such a distraction. Such a distraction. I see people at dinner, and all I see is this. They're with their family, and I see this. Like all the time. I'm guilty of it. But we have to learn to shut off. We got to tune in. Tune out the bullshit and tune in to the truth. Because at the end of the day, none of that matters. This material world that we're so obsessed with is all temporal. It's very temporary. But where is your soul going? Get in touch with you. And the more that you pursue different things and learn to incline to that gut feeling. Some of you don't even know how to listen to your gut anymore. And that's why you make such bad decisions. But the more that you tune in and learn to, once again, like a child, tune into that gut feeling and intuition, the more you will experience those feelings and emotions and states of being that you desire so much. If you're new to your spiritual path, I'm proud of you. Continue. And if I can be of assistance, I got my links down below where you can connect with me further. Other than that, stay tuned for more on this channel. I'm not going to continue going on and on and on. But like I said, I was going to post a video every single Saturday. Here is Saturday. We're about to leap. We're about to spring forward with the spring. Time is going up tonight. So we're going to have longer days and shorter nights. Until next Saturday, you guys take care. Sending you all an abundance of peace, love, and light. Make sure that if you've not subscribed to this channel, do so. Hit your bell so that you are aware when I make uploads. I'm kind of random. So, yes, I will post videos every Saturday, but I may go live throughout the week, just depending on what Spirit has to say to the people. I will see you all here next week. Peace.